All right, so I want to just show another set of plans that was a little bit different than a subdivision or a road or a site. This one actually is tied to the earlier subdivision we talked about, but it's actually an offsite sanitary sewer extension. So it's about a mile long sewer extension to get the sewage that these new subdivision is going to create off-site, basically, or to the into the main sewer system. So same idea as before. You always have a cover sheet. It's got all the information. You can see the common trend of erosion control, your plan and profiles, and then your details and pollution plan and seeding, so on and so forth. Again, all the contact information about the project. Here's some rough quantities so they know what is going to go into this, so you can verify this by remodeling it and putting this data together or just pulling it off. In most cases, you're going to be able to pull it off the plan sets if the engineer did a good job. So here is an overview. Again, it's about a mile long sewer line. It's taking it, from the site over here. This is our subdivision, and it's bringing it over to this this area over in here. So if we take a look, this is the basically the pump station. So it's tying into a sewer trunk line that will basically pump it to the treatment plant. All right, so it's got a place for all this sewage and wastewater to go. All right. As we get down a little bit more detail, showing the alignment and in this case, this is all the erosion control information. A little bit smaller scale, so what that means is it's more detail, right? It's not the larger scale. Getting down into our site. Then we got into some of the erosion control detail sheets and notes. And as we go down a little further, now you start to see plan and profile. So this is typically the way that you would see a sanitary network or even a road network. You would typically see a plan view on top with a profile on the bottom, or vice versa. Sometimes the profile is on top and the plan view is at the bottom. Obviously a legend. So here's our existing ground, and because this is going across this natural landscape here, there's no real road, so they're not redesigning any of this. So you don't have a proposed surface. You basically are just going to dig a trench through here. So what would happen is with Business Center, you could model up this utility network, and then you could create a trench, and you can see that in some cases you got some pretty deep cuts. With a plan set like this, you would determine what the how deep it's going to be. So do you need to cut this back? Do you need to put in trench boxes, what have you? So these are all the things that the contractor would have to know and would know when they're looking at a set of plans like this. Again, now you're getting into the details, and you see this is only a 15 sheet set. You got the manhole structure details and other notes, even your drainage areas, and that are going to be affected, and then the reseeding. So after they dig the trench, they're going to have to reseed it. So they're not, they're going to regrade it, but they're just going to grade it back to somewhat the original ground, or as close as possible to it, right? So they're just going to fill the trench back in. But then they're going to, in this case, overseed it. So again, just another set of plans, another type of plans that you would run into.